Welcome back, it's me, Lou. Today is a short toy haul video as we showcase some recent acquisitions. So over the last few months, I've been on this Fallout kick. I'm all about just like stuff that's Fallout. So here's some of the figures that I picked up recently. These came out some years ago, and at the time when these were originally in the stores, I kind of like passed up on them. I'd always eyeball them, but I can never pull the trigger on them. I think I might have felt at the time that these were a little bit pricey. And to be honest, the figures are kind of very mediocre looking. They're definitely kind of like a throwback to the older like Star Wars figures that we got back in the 70s and 80s. These almost kind of look reaction-like, but a little bit more detailed. One thing that this line had going for it was that there was some parts swapping involved. So if you notice here, there's some interchangeability. You can like swap forearm pieces and upper arms. And, the idea there was that, you can create new characters, give them different designs. But I think the only failing thought in that was that there wasn't enough figures in the line to like, really necessitate that. Because you couldn't like create, like completely unique figures altogether. It's more so about like, here's the female vault dweller, and you can swap out the arm with, the armored male one. You could give her an armored shoulder piece and give this guy, her arm. But, the colors didn't match, and it was just kind of one of those kind of deals. So, I kind of regret, passing up on these figures back when they were first in stores. But like I said, I thought they were priced a little too high. But now that the line's been dead for like a couple of years, some of these figures have been showing up pretty cheap. For example, the Vault Dweller here, I found at my half-price books for only $5.99. I didn't have a problem paying $5.99 for this guy. I'm probably not going to unbox these, to be honest. I'm probably just going to leave them mint on card because I don't have enough figures in this collection to warrant opening them up. So, yeah, let's talk about these. The first figure here is the female Vault Dweller from Series 2. This was a GameStop exclusive. The figure's nicely sculpted. It's nothing super crazy. She has the Pip-Boy on the 1/4 arm. Here's her weapon. The face sculpt's kind of really poor. These aren't fantastic figures. Like I said, they're kind of like a throwback to like the older figures from the 70s and 80s. And then they talk about the interchangeability here. That's why these figures were called Mega Merge. You can merge the different pieces together. And then the power armor was something that saw multiple releases. There's some slight differences that you can see here with the shoulder pieces and the legs. But for the most part, I think there might have been 2 or 3 different designs, but they just constantly give us different repaints. Here's Nick Valentine, the Ghoul detective, the male Vault Dweller, all decked out in armor. This came out back in, is there a date here? 2018, yeah. So these are approaching 4 years old. Or they are 4 years old. Here is the Vault Dweller. Alright, so this is the action figure that I picked up that was kind of my gateway drug into like, collecting this line. I was at my half-price books, just combing around, just looking for deals and interesting things, and they had this. So I couldn't say no to this. And then after I had this guy, I'm like, I need a handful more figs. So that's where the hunt for these figures came in. I've seen them on eBay and on Amazon, but I don't want to pay too much for them. I like to find deals on these guys. I don't want to pay full retail or even like marked up prices because I don't think they're worth it, to be honest. I just think for me to own these, it's more about novelty. I like Fallout a lot, and it's just nice to have, some Fallout action figures. So yeah, here's the male Vault Dweller decked out in body armor. Here's Nick Valentine. Looks cool. Now the part swap ability doesn't really make any sense. Like this guy's clearly wearing a trench coat, and even though he's like detachable, it's like it'd make no sense to give this guy this sleeves onto like, either of these characters in the power armor. It's kind of like I run into that situation with the new Masters of the Universe Origins figures. Like those figures are they're meant to be part swapped. You can like detach them at the arms and the legs and swap out pieces. But the hard thing with that is that, you know, the flesh tones don't match, and it's a cool feature, but you know, you're very limited in your options sometimes. This is a great figure though. He has a hat. I think the sculpt's pretty well done. He looks a little bit more sophisticated than the other figures. Like this one here, the head is oversized. It looks kind of squat. The proportions look weird. But this one looks a little bit better. You know, the proportions are a little bit decent. The sculpting's a lot better. And lastly, we have the T45 Armor. A very iconic Fallout character, or, you know, armor suit. You know, we always see the power armors in the marketing. This is a very plain armor. That's one of the reasons why I was drawn to it. I didn't want any of the other ones that looked, you know, like too crazy. Like, you know, some of the other ones here have like the different designs, like the shark teeth. I think there's a Nuka-Cola one, but I just wanted plain vault armor, or power armor. You know, this guy could easily pass for like a Brotherhood of Steel character. And there's the T60, the T51, and the X01. So they're different armors. And I kind of stand corrected. I think there are more than just 3 designs. I think I'm just confusing myself with the different repaints. But yeah, this is a fun line of toys. For me, it's nothing to be taken too seriously. You know, they're not premium collectibles. This was, you know, at the time when they were out in stores, it's stuff I'd find either at GameStop or my local FYE. And they're cool. You know, if I could run into any more at decent, you know, prices like this guy here, I'll snatch some up. But for the most part, I'm not gonna like go out of my way to like hunt these down. You know, I've seen some sellers charging a lot for like a set of 4, and I'm like, there's no way some of these are worth like, you know, 80 bucks for a set of 4 figs. Alright, so with that being said, let's close out this video. Fun little toy haul featuring Fallout. Once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you so much for your continued likes, comments, and support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one.